Hello, my name is Mike Hurst from Highland Hill Farm. I'm in charge of growing the dwarf Alberta spruces. And one of the things we're going to go over today is how to fertilize the dwarf Alberta spruce. This right here is an example of a dwarf Alberta spruce. And before we do any fertilizer, we have to identify what kind of plant this is. This is actually considered to be a determinate plant because it is grown by buds. Buds are preformed stem and leaf parts formed this year to expand and become the new needles of next year. So if you want good growth for next year, you have to fertilize this year for the growth, for the new parts to form in the bud. Once the bud is formed, it does not produce any more needles or any more stems. What it does is that when it emerges, all the preformed stem parts only enlarge. So all this new growth from this year was actually formed in the previous year's bud. And during this growth year, it just expanded and got larger. With this knowledge in hand, when we go to fertilize these, we want to fertilize these when the buds are forming or before the buds are forming. So that way the fertilizer gets into the system of the plant and the plant thinks, oh, this is a great growing season. We're going to make lots of extra needles and lots of extra buds for next year. Not really buds, but more or less needles. So when we fertilize this, we fertilize right before the buds are formed. And these guys, the buds form about a little bit late August, somewhere in September. That's when the buds are formed. So we want to fertilize before that. So we do like a June, July, sometime in August, just so the buds get the fertilizer for next year. So when we put the fertilizer down, that affects the system. The system thinks it's a good year, and in turn, when it makes its buds, those buds are formed with extra stem parts, which is very important. For other things when fertilizing, you can fertilize for color, but color is not that important when you're thinking about the size and growing for speed. So you can put fertilizer down and green it up, but usually it's more important to hit it right before the buds, like a month before the buds form, for next year's growth. Other things that are important besides just fertilizing is making sure you have enough water, because water usually has a greater effect on growth than does fertilizer. With this information, we can go around and fertilize just about any other types of plants that you need. And if you have any questions on specific plants, please give us a call at 215-651-8329. Thank you.